Hi everybody, I'm Jess, your go-to Road to Kingdom dance analyst, and we are here at the final challenge, final performance of all the groups. I'm very excited to look at this, just seeing their growth from the intro stages, as well as their marathons that I've had the privilege of looking at prior to the show to now is going to be incredible. I'm very excited to just be able to just dive into the discussions with you guys on just being proud of everything that they've accomplished this season. We have two collaboration stages. One is a dance, one with TAEMIN, and another is going to be a vocal one, and then we're going to look at the final performances together. So let's go ahead and get started. Final routine of Road to Kingdom Season 2, Cravity's Historia. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. Yeah, we saw that in Overdose, the burning tree. We're running, same fits and everything. Let's go. Really fun. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Different doors to different worlds is what it feels like. Yes. Yes, tie in your previous stuff. Yes. We're basically going through the history of their time on the show too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. 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 Ah, this is the set we needed. Yes. Those lasers are dope. I'm glad they tie them into the video, which helps us appreciate them here. Wow. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yes. Oh, we missed the gym. That's okay. That's life. That's life. Why there's no gym? I love it though. Yes. Pull that sword out from Vidi Vici. Yes. Well done. Yes. We needed this for all of their, like, for that last challenge for Overdose. That is what this needed to be. I'm telling you right now. Goodness gracious. This is the best way for Cravity to finish the season. I am telling you. I can see Cravity or ONEUS. It's really going to be between those two is really what my head is telling me, because when it comes to accumulated scores, even though technically none of that matters when you have 100,000 points on the line, none of those points really will influence the end results for this is really what it feels. I can see either one of them winning based on the just how things have gone, and every routine that we have seen here is very competitive, even though I don't think there's really points in the game for these. Live voting's going to happen. It's going to be fandom competition is really what it feels like, right? So I don't know. At the end of the day, though, I'm very happy of the fact that this is a good set, man. Thank you. Man, the fact that we have, I don't know, prep work? I'm assuming we actually were able to go longer than a week and properly prepare for this. So I like the fact we had this little video that ties in from the Overdose side of things. It's great. We ran to it. Way to go. We're here for it. And we reach, and it feels like a direct continuation of that set. We grab. Okay, here we go. We're ready to get started. I like the lasers, and normally the lasers would bother me seeing in the set, but because they showed them in the video, it was very smart, because by seeing the lasers, it allows us to, okay, associate it to that bumper video we just saw. Look at that. We're here for it. So now we have this, I don't know what this is, just, it looks like, I don't know, it's the world, something. I feel like they've probably dropped hints of all of this, right, in videos on their channel. But what's cool, though, is I like the fact that I kind of haven't seen those, so I can really see and appreciate the whole premise of this without having that knowledge, because I don't have that of any other group, so I'm able to look at these more equally, which is cool. So you have those lasers. It's cool. It's literally a continuation. They're walking. I love it. Crossing in front of the lasers. Their fits are eating. Those are expensive AF. I'm telling you that right now. You can't get that easily. That's going to take days of making. So they grab... They're gems. Why does it remind me of Dragon Tales? That's life. I think that is the only unfortunate thing, is one of them did not have his rock, you know, his stone. But I feel like part of it is, could we not find it? I don't know. Who cares? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. So we have everybody showing him. He gets to have his moment. Everyone's melting down. They're nice and low. They come up and they have their boom, boom. So it's a dynamic... Best way to word it is, it's everybody's on the same page on what kind of dynamic to do, but they get to be individual within it. So that's really cool. So he's running. I love that. So he had to make sure he got back on a certain phrase or a certain part back to his door, which is cool, right? And they folded over. Now, are these doors all of Cravity, not just their time on Road to Kingdom 2? Part of me feels that way. It's really cool. I like his moment. Swing, swing, da-da-da, with the pole's nice. And then we go to another door. I love these flowers. They remind me of Love or Die, right? So the pick up there, da-da-da, with the crabs are nice. And then a little kick there. Love the suspension. The assist on the table is cool. The lift up there. He reaches. And they go doo-doo-doo-doo, which we're here for. They reach over, out. Love that rotation. And then they end up reversing or mirroring this choice, which I think is super cool. And the grab is nice. They do a little trace across. And they have a little cross. And then they twinkle it in. This is cool. This does low-key remind me of National Treasure in like a super dope way. Now, what are all of these little empty spots? I'm excited to know. You guys will probably tell me. It says Historia. I'm going crazy. Now, are these all the words? I endure in fate and throw them show you now Historia. I won't get. That's cool. It's cool. That tie rope. I like how we go and cross it across our body, and then we pull it through, and I like how we enter back into this world. This feels like a hybrid of Kingdom Hearts and Nightmare Before Christmas, right? If you've seen the forest where all the trees go to different holidays, here this reminds me of, okay, we're getting ready to travel to a new world, or we're getting ready, all the doors go to different worlds, is really what it feels like, or different parts of history. I love it. Very clear and readable. This right here, if you're watching the finale of Road to Kingdom 2, my assumption, I think it's very safe to assume that we've seen the other challenges. Their challenge that they did in Challenge 1 was really, really good. I think that was definitely up there on one of their best performances. I think this one's up there too. This one and that one for sure. Love them. And then honestly, their intro group was really cool too. But I love that we have that imagery. He grabs it, fold it down, they pull away, which is nice. And then we have all of these like frosted, kind of geometric shaped pieces of history is what it feels like, right? It's really cool, like in the forest. The Historia, like the hold on the pose. Nice poses. Pose, nice and crisp. Then we extend those arms up, rotating through. Ooh, I just clocked my hat. That's okay. Brings it in, and they present up. I like that choice. They go dee 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 dee. So if we go, we kind of press our way more towards the front. Da da da. Ball change. We get us nice and prepped, and we hit nice little just tension on that. We lift our energy up. We bring it in. Dee dee dee. I also feel like it doesn't give the impression that Starship chipped out. And cheaped out. It feels like we actually put money in the set, and that makes a huge difference. We're finally, like, it's finally where it needs to be. You know, I really wish we got to appreciate that from the previous challenge, but they were just so freaking overworked. My God. But anyway, the little extension, that's little yearning, this pull there. I like the accent of the chest. That my Historia, and I like how we open it like we're opening a book, and then we have our levels with other members catering something similar, at least with the stylized hands up above us to make it more full in frame. And I like that we're writing history. It's cool. And we pull it through. The accent's nice, and we accent the Odyssey, and we pull, rotating around. So there's a lot of these pushes and pulls that are really nice. Are there probably Easter eggs of choreography? There's always a chance of that, especially near the end. Wouldn't surprise me. Nothing crazy there. I like the rotation with the twinkling, that kindling fire there, rotating it through, click, 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 nice. And then we trace it across, sorry if you heard that on the mic, around, and then we travel it up. Looks great. And it goes high with the throw. Come on now. You know, na. So I like how we present those. My Histor, and I like the pull and the tail end of that. It's really cool. Story. And then we end up tracing around. It's really nice. And and I love that lingering effect on it. And then we open the door, and now it's a really nice, elegant door. He's just dangling on it. And look at history passing him. That is a great camera shot, guys. I love it. Boom. And they pan it around. Like, that's really cool. And then the switch is so cool with the controlling on that. And they body roll with the trace, or not really a body roll, but they hinge it around and they create the energy from the base of the legs to the hips. Is really nice. And they go pulse, pulse, pulse. I really like the fullness on that. And they throw, and now we're to a different door. God, so fun. And then just the gears on the LED, like, this is fantastic camera work. This is what I wanted to see. The last challenge. Thank you for giving effort. Okay. Anyway, and no, I'm not talking to Cravity. I'm talking about the other teams. Thank you for actually, like, using people that aren't, hopefully not super overworked like we were in the last challenge, and we actually got to sleep. That's awesome. You know, we're here for it. We love it when we have sleep, so we can pull stuff. They kick it out, and I love that now we're in a different part of history, beyond the barrier, in my deep area, and then the lift up. So I like how they match their arm to that, and then he has an accent point where he body rolls and he accents with the fringe. You can see that with the knock. Super cool. And then they not body roll, but they rotate around and they clasp it in. And they reach, grab the wrist, and they throw it. And then I love, once again, look, we got the doors, guys. I'm telling you. Oh, this is great. So you have the leg extended out, sliding in. I love whatever projections on the floor, if it is, you know, like, this is freaking sick. I am in it, you know. So I like how they have their legs all extended, and then they end up taking the leg, retracting it to create a rotation in the direction. Then they take their arms and they trace them down, creating a subtle body roll at the sternum. Really nice. And they end up inverting their turn to get us having different features in this rotation. So it's not just the camera panning, it's them also. Part of me does wish that this was more close, but I understand why it's not, because we got lasers coming in super hot. And side note, if where the lasers are coming from is the same place where they have all of the team's logos lit, part of me does wish back to 8-turn set that they blacked those out, so when we saw the different flags, we didn't see like a secondary team's name right behind them on the LEDs. But, you know, sometimes you don't think about those things till after the fact. That's life. That's whatever, you know. Such a subtle thing. But like there, they take it, boom, and I like the throw, and they lift it up. It's really cool. And the pull's nice. Boom, I swear, you're my, yeah, I'm going crazy now. Yep, and then you have those lasers, the crossover, so I like seeing those there. It's cool, and then they bring it up and around. Notice we're not doing everything in unison the whole time. We do have unison moments like what we're seeing here, but we have so much more staging that is helping alleviate these moments or allowing us to appreciate them for what they are. Thank you for that. Subtle transitions, going into different subtle formations with features. They lift up, love the press down is nice. The ball changes are cool with the pulls on the shoulders. We do have people coming in from the back, but it was very subtle. I didn't clock it the first time, it's fine. The my, his story, it does feel like a bit manic, like a maestro almost to some degree. I don't know why, but I really like it. It could be because of the types of fits that they're in. It's just dope. And they boom, and I like the presentation forward and just make it feel like our arms are suspended and they're holding us back. It's really cool. That with the ball change. Come on now. I think they did a ball change there. Boom, with the knock. Come on. And then from there, it's a closed hand. Notice intention with hands. They keep it all closed and then they open it up and it makes it give the impression that my fingers are causing this movement to happen with the head. And then we have some subtlety. The swing is nice, and I like how we incorporated that in our movement. I think I forgot to mention that. I think ONEUS also did it in one of their breakdowns. I appreciate it whenever we have these swings or these shifts in our pitch, and we cater it in our movement quality. It's really nice to see. They throw through. I like the reset in the pas de bourrée. They knock it, the little slide back. You know, you are my, come on now. My history. And we have just around the back. And we kind of just rebound and have it nice and heavy. And then we do a little sweep. And we have our arms complement. And you have this. And they hit it too, don't they? Yeah. Boom. Da, da, da. Oh, love it. I could watch that all day. Thank you. And then I like the color, the contrast going to blue. And then they go do a little port de bras back, which we like. And then they do a little turn to get back to the inside. And I like the pulse. They create a shape. Boom. Pulse it and pop it right there to create a nice moment. And I like how he let his head kind of be manipulated ever so slightly by this hand when they do their sweep. And I love how that was sustained and made it its own moment. They present out, like nice little scuff of the leg. They have their arms down. They hear this sound and that matches that hand. So they go out of the way. We have new members. So we have this broken sword intro stage. He grabs it. Very clear and readable. Thank you for that. And they transferred over. Then we have the hand. That's challenge number 1. He reaches it over and he ends up bringing it up, down. Now this part here, they take it in and then they open it up. That part of me feels like that's the, that could be the love or die, honestly, right? I don't know though. And they go, they present the hand. So look, he doesn't have it. Somebody needed to give him his stone. That's not his responsibility. So that's whoever dropped the ball, they did. He made it work. Part of me, I would say, I mean, it all depends on time. I really would have workshopped something like that where it needs to give the impression that they're both supposed to get the same gem. But that's life. But I like that they all have their gems, and he just pretends to put it there. You know, that's just being professional, follow through. That's fine. They also had the split center, so it wouldn't have inherently worked if he grabbed onto the gem, even though he didn't have one. That's fine. And it's right there in the center. Man, that's life, though. Nice little angsty moment. Reach around. I love the fog on that. Angsty. Come on now. They're like, we're completed the puzzle. It's technically incomplete, but we're going to pretend it's completed. Let's go. Twinkle, twinkle, come on now. Then they have the sword. And they lift it. Yes, and that is Vita Vici. That is that Act 2. We're coming to a close. There's your chairs. And then it's our unison section. So we have our members right there in the middle. And then you have your dancers all on the outside. It's really cool. And I love the LEDs being used and how it encloses in the space. So cool. So they hold, have a moment. They look front. They kick it out. High notes. And we have 2 of them walk on top of the tables. And they go pulse, pulse, swim, swim. I do feel like they've talked about a lot of this. This is like lore clarification is what this feels like from what they've been setting up on their channel. I really do feel that, which is super cool. Then you have the speed. They slow it down. I like how we have our arms go in opposition of the body. It just makes it look more full that way. And they end up doubling it up. They throw it on the second one. My, his. So we cross it. Story. So a lot of yearning, like we have history, my history. I'm reaching for my history, right? Taking ownership of it. I like the accent with the opposed leg to arm. We're here for that. And we take the hit, we hit it with the head. We love that with the arms. And they switch it, and I like the tension on the shoulder. And they hit it and they knock it on one side, and then they pull it on the tail end on there. They twinkle it in. You know you are my. And they take that leg up, they invert it, and then they kickball change. That's what I think that setup looks like. Then it goes my, his. So that's like such a like boy group angsty hip knock that I've seen so many times. So I like that they hit and then they rotate that leg around and then they keep it straight. They swing those arms up. Yeah, so they swing, then they reinstate to the front. Really cool. They turn and then they hit. Boom, this goes my world. It feels like that, doesn't it? They hit it. I like that rotation. They accent with that knee. They bring it to the side. They ball change, bringing it to the front. They take the arms and they lean over to the side. They bring their energy up to the chest. They hit it through my history, which is cool. And they take it up. Boom, boom. I let the throws on that. And they clasp. He lets it go. The dancers are low. I appreciate that because they're all seated and we want to be able to see them. So we don't want to just rely upon the camera for that. So they all come up. They run off. And then they're all seated at the table, ready for what is next. We're here for it. Way to go. That was very, very nice, guys. We did it. No, it's so bittersweet, but I'm really proud of Cravity for this. This is a fantastic way. All the groups had great sets, and that to me is a good finale. Like, there's not anybody that falls short in any way. Everybody had money that was utilized to create greatness for their tracks, and all of the tracks are very fitting to the groups, and it makes me very excited to see all of them in their future works. This was so fun. Thank you, guys. I am right about to watch the episode. I do not know who wins, and this is the first time in Kingdom history and Queendom history that I do not know who wins. And I've been avoiding YouTube like the plague. These videos were given to me by a fellow Patreon member. They sent them to me because I requested if somebody could send them so I didn't have to find them, because I was so afraid I was going to find a spoiler if I was trying to retrieve these. So thank you to those who helped me get these without spoiling anything. I am very much looking forward to the dialogue and discussion. By the time this gets launched on YouTube, I will know who wins, and I will be setting up a way to do the marathon of the winning group. It will most likely be a reaction compilation with unlisted links to all of the analysis is probably what's going to happen, just because of how the analytics of YouTube has been operating on my channel recently. It's just been wild. So I will describe more of that in the intro of the marathon group's winner stuff. But yeah, you guys know me, I know you. I'm Jess, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Bye.